Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the second Destiny 2 content update stream reaction video. If y'all enjoy this reaction video, then please leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below because I love to read your all's comments. And also, I have to say sorry for not being not uploading because I've been having family issues throughout the past weeks. So been dealing with that, but hopefully everything is good. I should be getting at least for right now. I'm thinking that I'm going to have like 3 to 4 videos a week. So that'll probably be the normie because I'm also going to be probably starting my actual work sometime soon, so I'll be doing that. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy this.
I think you may have to pause the download.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening,
Probably.
good day, and good time zone to you all. And welcome back to our second of 3 live streams to go ahead and talk about what's going to be coming with Destiny 2 Into the Light on April 9th. As a reminder, everything you're about to see is available to all players, just as was everything last week when we went ahead and had a chance to go ahead and walk through Onslaught. Now, today we've obviously got a few topics that we touched on last week. We got a new social space to go ahead and check out. We're going to look at some rewards, obviously.
Watch it be D1
and
tower.
An up-close and personal look at the Brave Arsenal. But of course, I'm not the only one who's going to be talking through it. I'm joined by an all-star cast of folks here from the Bungie development team, and I'm going to go ahead and go on down the line and introduce them. If you were here last week, you obviously recognize his face, but Tom Farnsworth, Senior Design Lead, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, yeah, and a little bit about myself here. I've been at Bungie for about 12 years, maybe a little longer. It's been a while.
A decade plus.
And obviously there's some stuff we're going to be looking at today that's kind of like full circle.
Yeah.
With, the Space Tiger logo and Into the Light there from the early days of Destiny. And I've been fortunate to, I was able to place the Kovastov way back in Cosmo for y'all to pick up.
The yapping is strong.
That was something, obviously, was
foundation.
Teams are stronger than heroes is a big team effort, but there's a few things that I'm really having had a chance to work and proud to interact with players. And then there's some things I'm a little more infamous for, like placing the drop pods and Homecoming.
So follow him on Twitter, let him know how you thought about that, right?
And then over the past few years, I've been working on seasons and things like the 30th and Into the Light as a creative lead.
Awesome. Very cool. Thank you very much for your hard work. As someone who's played a lot of it, excited to go ahead and dive in more with even more of it today. And of course, also we're joined by Chris Proctor, Senior Design Lead here at Bungie. Chris, for the fine folks at home who may not have heard you on a podcast or know anything about you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, hey, Andy, thanks. Yeah, I joined Bungie.
Oh, I think so. Over there in the corner.
Little itty bitty callus.
The little bobblehead callus that you can find during the
That all?
Season of the Haunted.
Haunted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be cool. We obviously have a lot of stuff to talk through with the Brave Arsenal today, and Greatest Hits, I think, is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I farmed the crap out of that season.
The one and only Kelsey Rice, systems designer here at Bungie. Kelsey, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing great.
All right, well, obviously the third verse, same as the second and the first. For
Women.
folks at home who may not know you or know anything about your work, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Bungie?
Yes, I'd love to. First, yes, I'm a systems designer at Bungie. I've been here for about 2.5 years, and I work on a lot of fun stuff like quests and pursuits and progressions, a lot of like spreadsheet design, which I really love.
The fabric that holds all of our adventures together, honestly.
Yes.
Very exciting. Well, obviously you've had a big hand in Into the Light as well today. We're going to go ahead and dive into that here in just a bit. But, before we go ahead and dive on, is there anything you guys are excited about today in particular, or should we just go ahead and show rather than just tell? What do you think? Show it is. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and dive on in. Dive on in, rather. So we're going to start off. We have a brand new social space.
Brand new. Let's see how that holds up.
Kelsey, Kelsey's the one who's responsible for taking us through that. So shall you return to the throne world, obviously, and dive on in?
Bring me your tithes.
Perfect. Excellent.
That's what she's gonna be playing this time.
Now,
yes, but there's still bad. Just don't dox yourself this time.
Where is this? Where are we gonna Where's this place been? Why are we checking it out now?
So Shaxx has carved out just a little bit of the backstage of the tower. Yeah. And you're going to see a few little fun nods here to Destiny history.
All right, we're now on screen.
Yeah, we've got Kelsey on screen here. We got Sweepybot. and this is actually the lead up to
I'll be real with
the
you.
Hall of Champions.
This is where they keep it all the time.
Yeah, this is where there's an off season.
So this is where everything is for every single event.
You know what this looks like?
Huh.
Little snow there. There's some greenery.
This is interesting. All right, so we found a bit of the storage room to a
You
degree.
just took a
so
room and
he's carved out
slapped
space maybe that
assets
has,
in
been
it.
hiding in plain
Yeah.
sight, for
Well,
other
that's-
sleeper pots or red jacks around the tower.
And there's some stuff from the Onslaught, this ADU.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Some little.
Noah
Let's
put
see
it here
people-
himself.
What is chat?
No, and all this space, like if we just take a step forward.
Whoa,
there we go.
sick,
Here's the
my
champion
baby,
here,
my
the Hall-
baby.
All right,
Bring
so,
back Double
And
Acres
just
Dash.
like Zur kind of carved out Eternity for the 30th anniversary. Shadow
L.
space aside for us and into the light, where all your armor, your weapons, your lures.
Recluse.
This is going to be your home base for Into the Light.
Excellent. Awesome. All right. Well, Kelsey, can you go ahead and show us a little bit? We're going to go ahead and walk up here. We see a whole bevy of chests, actually. Let's go ahead and start.
That's
there.
a lot of
What do we look at,
chests.
and how do we go ahead and start cracking these open, rather?
Yeah, so as you can see, this
Sure.
space is just full of chests. As you can see here, all the class icons on the floor, a little bit like 30th. You can come here to redeem this currency, trophies of bravery, that you're going to earn from completing Onslaught and from playing the broad game in Destiny. So all of these trophies here, if you progress your hype with Shaxx, you'll be able to spend them here at all these chests to get a really cool
The hunter.
set of armor. I can pull open my characters.
The hunter armor.
It's like on the hunter.
That's right. Also, too, so for the folks at home, we went ahead.
All right, I'm
and
gonna
this as
disagree
well
with you. This
online,
is
but
not
as
a
quick reminder,
super
this is
cool
actually
armor
an
set. This
that's-
just do
that's
be
inspired by
armor
year
set.
1 of Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Tom, this is.
And look, that's the icon.
Is what we're referring to it as.
So like it's
You're kidding me. Hold on, let me show people
D2
again.
Year 1 parade armor.
That's right. Yeah.
You had it in Homecoming. It's kind of a classic set. We're again like full circle here with we were like beginning the Destiny 2 saga there, and now we're kind
Everyone's
of
talking about Mountaintop and
ending the
Recluse,
fight
and
here.
nobody's
We're getting
talking about how
ready
they literally
with
just
the
said that
chest.
it's
Has got
it's
this
the blue
iconic
armor
set
from
of
year
armor,
1 of
like the
Destiny 2.
parade armor 2.0.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
did
and
they?
everyone can
Yep.
earn it. It's available to all players. And there's some other cosmetics we can show off here that kind of.
Alright, so are you
And also,
finally
too, for,
something
folks out there,
other
we
than
obviously- we got the
Crucible?
hunter here. Actually, Kelsey, can we check out the armor set one more time?
Yeah.
The folks at home.
No, you gotta do stuff
also
with
too, so
Shaxx.
this is an up close and personal look, obviously, at this armor
Ooh.
set,
Is that
which will be
Recluse,
available
the second
to
area
everyone
that
that
they
goes
have
ahead and
on?
jumps in.
Probably, yeah, and
Is the
then...
top
Also, too,
mountaintop?
there's a Titan set and a Warlock set,
Oh
which is also set.
boy.
That you can go ahead and see.
How
in
did they
VR as
ruin
well,
them,
but
though?
obviously this will be arriving
True.
on April.
That's
9th.
the
You'll
real
get a chance to
question.
Go ahead and go hands on, but yeah, it's looking fresh.
That is
honestly.
armor
I'm
that
not
I
too-
would never
wouldn't be
use.
upset to go
Yeah.
beyond that armor.
Alright, I like my
It's
spider
really
armor.
interesting, like setting all these. So we're working on all this stuff because we were kind of waiting to finally.
We
see
did
that
equip
set.
it in game. We
Finally
equipped
being
it
able
in
to equip
game
which is a
5
cool
years ago.
experience.
Yeah, honestly. All right, so we're obviously equipped. We've got an armor set that we're going to go ahead and be chasing down, but we're now hanging out with Shaxx, and is that our site over there as well?
Yes, that is our site.
Excellent.
And one last chest I want to point out here.
Oh,
too.
please.
This is
This
the
one
hub.
is going to be your hub for.
I'll be real
grinding
with
out
you.
weapons. So
This is lame.
Those
So far.
trophies that you'll be collecting with Shaxx, you can just keep redeeming them here, and you'll be able to get all your.
But
guns
who
here.
stays in the hubs
And
long?
This one here is we're bringing back the gift of the Thunder Gods. So if you need to catch up on your power level to make sure that you're like ready to hop right in, that's something you can do as well.
That's right. And honestly, it's again, as a reminder, this is available to all players. And so if you've
But
got
what
any
you're
friends
showing
maybe
me
aren't
is that
quite
everything is
powerful cap, also, too,
complete, but I
actually,
still have to
double-check,
wait
this
2
will bring
weeks.
folks up to
Yep.
the powerful cap, was it?
Powerful, not critical.
That's right. Okay, perfect. All right. So for your friends that want to go ahead and dive in right
To be honest,
alongside
I think
you,
these
even
live
if they
streams
maybe
were a
haven't
bad
played,
idea because of
very
that.
recently, they got a chance to go
Exactly. It's,
they'll be ready.
they're basically showing the full
Okay.
product, and we're just
So
like,
let's go ahead and talk
well,
about
we
Shaxx
got the
obviously,
full
pretty-
product,
so
why
how
not?
will
Let's
we be
have it.
Working with Shaxx, obviously, he's opened up his den of antiquities to us. But Kelsey, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Is that my boy
Yeah, so we need
Edge
to pull all
Transit?
the
Please
stops
tell me
into
it's
being a
not.
witness. So Shaxx has opened up his brave arsenal.
Destiny
for
2
us. As you
Season
can
of
see,
Edge
Shaxx is
Transit.
really like the shining star of this area. I've been
Old
kind
joke
of
that
panning
you
by
don't
all
remember.
these hollow Shaxxes that line the space, which I'll be happy to talk about in a moment.
Oh yes.
But yeah, let's go talk to him and see what he's got.
You do be having
So,
what looks like
over
a
the course
whole load of
Into the Light,
nonsense.
as you
Yeah.
earn reputation with him, you're going to be able to progress and get all this cool stuff. One thing in
Cool.
particular I wanna point
Cool.
out,
Interesting.
This key,
A super black key. Is that what I'm seeing over there, Kelsey?
yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, and I wonder where that goes.
So maybe people that are
your
D1
bu-
vets potentially from back in the day might remember this. Is this what's this symbiote we're looking back here?
Yeah, right now it's pretty powerful. It's in containment, but if you keep playing into the light,
It's
you'll
a
be able to get
shader.
access to the keys you need to unlock this, and get access to the shader.
Oh, it's so good. All right. So obviously too, yes. As a
Now,
reminder,
now, for some reason, my
so
weapon
one of the
starts
extra rewards
starts
available
becoming
this will
venom
be
and
the
like that. That
Super
might be
Black
cool.
Shader. It's back finally. It's back. There's probably some
That's the
software
only
still
thing
on
that
the
Did you
seems-
just
fix
talk
where
over
they
the
are,
fact that
but
he
I
just
will
said
say
it's the
for
Super
Destiny
Black
patch software
shader? It's a
that,
shader that's been
we're
in the game
prepared for you to
before.
get
All it
Oh.
does is turn your stuff
sale.
black.
So actually, let's go
And
ahead
we're
take
gonna
a look.
waste
Let's go
our
ahead and just
time
equip the
searching
Super
for
Black Shader
that.
to look really quickly.
That's it.
Oh man. Chat, how do you feel? Come on. It does not get much better than that. Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
So Shax is obviously going to be there to help us get rewards. In addition to the Brave Arsenal and the armor, Super Black is waiting for us. So tell us a little bit about Arsight as well, actually. He's I'm not sure if many people in the chat know about him. He's usually lived in lore entries, but let's go ahead and get a look and see what we're going to be working with
Not
him on.
really.
Yeah. So, our site has a lot of quests.
Exactly. Someone just said it
There's
should have been a
some really
Taken shader.
interesting things, in my opinion,
Yeah.
with some of the quests you can pick up from our site. They're going to unlock a couple things. They also have very
Hung jury, let's
a
go.
lot of fun working on. So for every single weapon that we're going to be talking about today, there's a corresponding quest. Once you've completed the quest for that weapon, you're going to be able to unlock access to that weapon dropping as rewards. But there's two other really
Hey, you
cool
wanna pass
things,
some of that
that
silver
we're
my
talking
way?
about here. One,
Hey,
we have
you wanna pass
the
some of that
Silver
silver my way?
Some of that silver, some of that bright does. Come on, give it to
With
me.
each quest, you're going to get a guaranteed, curated copy of these limited
You
edition.
get
weapons,
Fallen
which
Guillotine
I'm
back.
happy to
They're
After
ba-
they just gave us an
And
adept
you'll unlock a achievement,
weapon
something I can talk
from a
about.
Nightfall that is the exact same sword.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at some of these.
So here's a look, of course. Obviously, for the folks at home, they may remember this.
How
one.
have they
The chat
ruined the
obviously is
mountaintop?
getting a little excited, but I know it's so exciting. The mountaintop has returned. So this is a quick look at the mountaintop. Obviously, Chris, we're going to dive in more with the whole.
What do you think about the
Brave
gold
Arsenal a little
and-
bit, but this is, I believe she touched on the limited edition versions of these, the ornaments that exist on there. Can you tell us a little bit about what the limited edition variants of these are that are available over the course of Into the Light?
There it
Sure, yeah,
goes.
so the Brave Arsenal weapons will drop from Onslaught, and we're talking a little bit about attunement and whatnot here.
That's the original part,
There is
Master of
a
Arms.
low chance that one will drop
Well,
as
but
a limited
that one
edition
right
variant,
there.
which comes pre-equipped with a super shiny ornament that's
Yeah.
locked to that weapon.
Yeah.
So the Edge Transit here is the limited edition variant. These are kind of exotic levels of fancy.
Yeah.
So you can't apply shaders to the ornaments. You have to remove.
Those
the
are just
ornaments.
ornaments.
Got it.
The ornaments will only be available up until the final shape launches.
Yeah.
Or the limited edition variants.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So the base versions will continue to be available.
All right. So there's the ultimate I was there version with the limited edition on there, but other than that, after the final
Ooh,
shape launches,
money
people will still be able
spending.
to get these
You're
weapons
not
and keep
giving
farming
us
for
the
them.
hammerhead.
There's
You
they have super cool
absolute
visuals. They
piece
drop
of
with
garbage.
double curves
Anyway.
with trait columns, but they don't have any other gameplay.
I don't even
So
remember.
you've got a great base weapon. You don't need to go and get
Just cosmetic.
cosmetic only.
Fair enough. Makes sense. Absolutely. All right, we're going to be able to test these out in a little bit. So, obviously, we're
I
going
need to
go through all
see
of these
the
here in just a bit.
primaries and
Chat, there's a
secondaries
taste of this
right
for
now.
you. We're glad that you get a chance to go ahead and check it out. But also,
You
for the
had
folks that
two
wanna go
good
ahead
weapons,
farm these
and
rolls
now
out,
you have
Kelsey, I believe you just
three
mentioned attunement. Can you tell us a little bit
dog
more
poo
about that
weapons.
before we
Yep.
move on?
It's the only good weapons are the primary
Now,
and second.
unless they made Hammerhead better, I don't know yet.
True.
They could have also made Fallen Guillotine amazing, but that's a big kick in the nards to anyone who just farmed the Slammer from the Grandmaster Nightfall.
Make it more likely for that weapon to.
Yeah.
So, for example, I can do that now. Let's do Recluse.
Hey!
Chat seems to be
Did I just see Grasp of Mount?
So, if you're looking around, you'll see there's all of these Shaxes everywhere.
What was that?
which is
Redrick's
an
broadsword.
absolute blast,
I think I just...
working with and coming up with. And once you've unlocked
So what I thought I
you can
saw.
really do this at any time.
We gonna have a good time here, boy.
I don't even know.
You can choose which weapon has a higher chance of dropping. So I'm going to
Attune the Recluse. Okay, what'd you get when you attune it?
There we go.
That means you have a higher chance of that dropping.
Yeah, Can always use more affirmations from
It never hurts, honestly. He shouts them very
Or you know,
effectively,
you
I might
could
add.
have just made it to where we could, you know,
So yeah,
you
at any
know,
point,
you,
you
that
can
that
just visit
thing that
another one of
every
these
other
photos.
season has, where you can choose what
On a
weapon you
tune,
want to get.
and bring the
It's
tune to my heart's content. Just once you've unlocked it, you can do that at any time. So yeah, pick your favorites that you want to chase, and you'll have a much higher chance of getting them.
Well,
Excellent. All right.
well,
Obviously,
that
the
probably
Hall
might still be a
Champions has
thing, but
lots of
like
stuff.
also.
If not,
Before,
she went to
obviously,
the
Chad
vendor.
isn't even here,
Oh.
but, we see
I
what
didn't
you're saying
really
in chat.
see.
I feel the electricity in the air. I should also note one more thing. You should all go out and farm with impunity to go ahead and get the rolls you want ultimately, because with the arrival of the final shape, we'll indeed
100.
be adding 100 more vault slots.
My
So
guy,
go out
add
there,
another
grab the
0 to
rolls,
that.
Grab 27 edge
Yeah.
Maybe
transfers
2
onto
more
it so you get a
zeros
chance
to that.
Google which
Yeah.
God roll, all up to you, but we just wanted to let you know that with the arrival of the final shape,
And you can't tell me that you don't got enough space for it, because
Ulysses rifle.
Right. I think that's a solid tour of the Hall of
Alright,
Champions.
then look at the arsenal now.
I think maybe at this point we go ahead and start diving on in with the Brave Arsenal. Tom, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'll hop in. Let's go clean out some lost sectors.
There we go. Excellent.
Cool.
We got some
Area
demos to run as well. All right, everyone.
doesn't
this
impress me.
As a quick look at the Hall of Champions as well.
The
now
gameplay
we'll go ahead and
mechanics
dive on
kind
in
of
and
annoy
look
me.
At the Brave Arsenal. Now, Chris, obviously you were.
But maybe the
intrinsically
Arsenal will
involved
make
with
me
kind of setting
happy.
This whole thing up with building
Maybe.
the Brave Arsenal, deciding what was out there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys landed on this iconic set of Destiny weapons for Into the Light?
Yeah, and we all have our own favorite weapons internally, and wanted to make sure that we delivered on a ton of nostalgia for the whole like Destiny 2 weapon set.
Yeah.
If you look on Reddit or Twitter, there are hundreds of weapons.
So
of
there's
these
12, and we've seen
We had to
5,
narrow it down to 12.
6.
Like we couldn't reasonably fit any
Six.
more into the activity.
Yeah.
We
Blood
couldn't
first!
necessarily afford to make many more than that.
Here we go.
So it's yeah.
My
a whole set of
baby,
weapons
my
across
baby's returned!
history. A few recent
Please don't
ones,
have ruined
most of
Blast
them
Furnace.
from earlier in D2.
Yeah.
I don't.
For those who have been
Yeah.
terrorized
If
by
you
Blast
ruin
Furnace,
Blast Furnace,
Blast
I will
Furnace.
shank you.
Yeah, honestly, Tom, let's go ahead and just kind of walk
In
through this. Let's
Minecraft.
Go ahead and take us at a hung jury. I see.
Wait a
lot there.
I
second.
can just. Do you want me to?
Oh,
Hold
he's
up.
gonna-
Why is it 1830?
Hung jury
Jury returns as well.
session.
Oh, are we getting a power up?
To dive into Deepstone quickly,
Midnight
get
Coop?
their hands on a raid weapon as well.
Wait, Succession?
Just touch on Succession. And there's
Succession's
other
freaking
ones as well. But these are fairly recent weapons.
It is!
Oh,
Are,
I want
by
that.
default, you have to own the release that those
Get over it. You can go get it right now.
Right, if you want to get Succession.
Oh.
and
It's
which
friggin' from Deepstone Crypt!
the Onslaught versions of these weapons, or the Brave Arsenal versions, are available.
Why are you choosing a weapon that's already in the game?
The raw power of a raid weapon.
Yeah.
Same with Hung Jury!
Succession in your hand, suddenly everything feels so alive. Like it's like a ton of bricks. Let's see. We also have
I will.
someone who watched last week. Thank you, Noah.
It's one explosive
Incredibly triumphant
and kinetic tremors.
just so it shows the waves.
But what's that perk do? That's the perk on every weapon.
Harkens back to one of my favorite times in the Black Armory.
Oh.
Final blows
Alright,
grant
so we have
energy
a
to
full
grenade or
list here. So we've
melee.
gone over all of them in the primary slot. Let's
Eh.
go ahead and move on down to the,
1830.
ammo selection as well.
Recluse!
The
Wait,
freak
what
is
is that?
that dang?
What is that?
Just as happy
I gotta
that it's
see.
back as you
Is
are.
that Luna's Howl?
Let's go ahead and take a look at what else we got in store.
He said Luna's Howl.
Of course.
I remember that weapon being a.
What's that pulse though? That's what I was talking about. I saw that pulse. What's it gonna be? No, get off of Luna's Howl. Ain't nobody care about Luna's Howl. I'm sorry to anyone who likes Luna's Howl.
Is that a healing bullet?
They made it a 140. They just buffed Luna's Howl. Okay, that's
Is
good.
that a healing bullet?
It's called Heal Clip. Anyway, you can get that on almost any gun now. 140. It was originally a 180. That means this thing's gonna be nuts.
Oh.
If it's got the same stuff. It does have magnificent Howl.
Magnificent how?
Shut it. Come on, I need to see that pulse, and I need to know what that other gun is. Because that other gun looks like Forbearance, and if it is...
Yeah, gotta buy
Nut.
actually land those headshots.
Yeah, nut.
Myself in the mirror.
Forbearance is the grenade launcher from...
Oh, you're about to hear it sooner than me.
Two
Vow.
released, Midnight Coup and Luna's Howl.
That's right.
Oh, he's just looking at
We
Midnight
assigned
Coop
those
again.
to two different designers.
Alright.
Yeah.
And there's a competition going on to see which one is more popular or is more effective.
Really?
So
So everyone out there in chat right now should let us know which one of those two ends up being their favorite.
Yep.
We have an actual debt to settle internally here by the sounds of it. Which one do you think is going to win, Chris?
I'm a little biased.
A little biased?
I have
Yeah,
my,
cool. Go
Midnight
to that
Crew
pulse
from
now.
Raid still in my vault.
And that,
I
if
think
that's
that-
forbearance,
Fair enough,
and you can get that without doing the raid,
Also,
I
Elsie's
don't care
actually
about
gets
the
a one
Elsie's
as well.
rifle. Never mind.
This is no longer.
That's
the
literally no
Stranger's
time to
rifle.
explain, but
This is Elsie's rifle.
but
Yeah,
legendary.
Elsie's no longer a stranger.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, this is a really iconic Destiny 1 weapon.
It does have
Everyone
Desperado,
who
though.
Through the Destiny 1 campaign would have acquired.
Zen Moment
Yeah.
Desperado, but that's a
It's
crucible
come
weapon, so you
forward
probably
with
don't care
as
about it.
Close to its
Oh,
original
yeah.
feel, as we could manage, updated for the Destiny.
But I
2
need to
support.
know,
It's
is that
got a ton
forbearance?
of cool new traits. It's really very, very strong.
Because nutter nut 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 nut.
It's
If
running
that's
a
forbearance,
really
that's a
wide
raid
variance
weapon
book,
Oh, yeah.
which we made for
from
Class.
Vow of the Disciple.
The D2 version, which harks back to the original perks on the Stranger's Rifle in D1 as well.
This one already looks filthy, if I might say, with Zen Moment and Desperado on there. Like
Desperado,
that's.
yeah.
Did the room get colder, or what just happened? Honestly. And also, too,
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's
now
a
they
new,
have
actually,
another
as long as
version
they're there,
straight.
Tom, if you wouldn't mind actually opening that back up, there's a new
Playing a
Origins
light
trait,
subclass or
Origin trait
melee
button as well on
when
these.
playing as a
Yeah,
darkness
that's
on.
right. So,
Okay,
yeah,
light
the dominant
subclass gives
perk,
grenades, melee is if you're playing as
fire
like
blows with
stasis
a
or strand.
light subclass equipped grant grenade energy, and with the dark subclass equipped grant melee energy.
Excellent.
So you get like that sort of duality, and they're reasonably strong perks.
Yeah.
It is forbearance!
Yep.
Excellent. All right, Tom, let's go ahead and keep checking out. What else do we have in store here? Forbearance. is
And
this
you
is
can get
talking
chain
about
reaction.
obviously getting that taste of raid weapons.
Yeah.
How did you guys go ahead and bring forbearance forward also too into the light? Like what? did you add
I've
new
been
perks
wanting
into the pool,
forbearance
or
for a
what did you guys
while,
end up doing
and
to
that
kind
we
of
can
retain
get it
that
from
concept?
this
Yeah, so we wanted
without me having to
feel
do
like,
crappy garbage poo fart
version
Vow of the
with
Disciple.
slightly
Yeah.
updated perks. So the perk pools are fairly similar, but with a couple of spicy additions. So you'll notice disruption. on the left
Spicy
column on
additions.
A waveframe grenade launcher, super strong.
Yeah.
It's not something that you get on the original
That'd be
version.
disgusting.
Dang, the velocity though.
Yeah.
So you have everything done, and we still have to wait 2 weeks.
The origin trait instead of the Soul Drinker trait, and that's the same is true of any other.
Why, yes.
Had already shipped with origin.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good with that ornament on there. And of course, I think that was that a limited edition ornament on the Recluse as well that you have over there.
So
Yep.
this is
Yeah,
the
it's-
Recluse's
look at the-
limited
let's take a look.
edition ornament.
There we go. That's again the ultimate. I was there. As you go ahead
It
and
looks
begin your
okay,
showdown
but
with the witness, with the arrival of the
I
final
don't.
shape.
I'm
Doesn't hurt to
not a
have
big
be sitting next to
fan
him.
of
Obviously,
the
go ahead and make a statement the moment you walk
raid
into the
crap
room.
going on in the back.
Yeah, and this one is the curated version. The natural drops of the limited edition variants do have double.
Double
Alright,
click
so
on
we've
this,
seen the
right.
3 heavies, which I don't like any of them.
And of course, our beloved.
Because
Edge
I have a
Transit.
slammer that's going to be
Whatever
that
way you
Edge
wanna do it.
Transit. I've always hated Edge Transit.
Fan favorite
And,
weapons, so we wanted to bring forward some of the strongest weapons. from
The
this.
Hammerhead
Yeah.
isn't exactly the
Fond
best
memories of
heavy machine
blasting
gun.
away raid bosses with that
It wasn't
transit.
bad, but it
Like,
wasn't
there's
good either.
Amazing memes associated with this weapon.
Yeah.
We actually brought it forward as one of the strongest.
The auto rifle
Yeah, I
from
was gonna say we were talking about that earlier. You're saying this one just hits like an absolute ton
season
of bricks
from
now.
that
Oh, yeah,
Black
you can see some
Armory
of the
season
builds
should have been
there,
brought
it's,
back.
It's pretty wild.
That one's
Honestly, yeah, this is
insanely
pretty
good,
lucky
but
to get.
technically it
This
is
one I would
back in the
obviously
form
find
of
out
that
from my
Suros
my
auto
one
rifle,
specifically,
but
I'm also picky about that
still.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we have here in this bottom row? The one and only, the Falling Guillotine. Now, actually, one thing that you mentioned as we were kind of talking about this earlier as well that was kind of cool is this is also going to be probably the first sword outside of those available in Crota's End.
You're
I believe,
kidding me. That thing can
that
get
has
sword logic?
on it as well.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
right.
roll.
Well, hey, all of you who just farmed an adept slammer, go kill yourselves.
Raid, and
Yeah.
A little bit earlier than we would normally put raid.
I don't
perks
mean that, by the
into a
way.
new weapon.
Yeah. I'm also going to echo chat here.
But
for a
still,
second.
they
Is that
just
Eagle
really
Eye?
kicked
I see it.
everyone who
There's
was
an Eagle
farming
Eye,
that
yeah,
Nightfall,
only the
that Grandmaster
second
Nightfall in the
outside
Nards.
of
Yeah.
30th anniversary.
Yeah.
This thing can roll with
It basically
Imagine if it could roll with
the,
Eager
Falling
Edge and
Guillotine
Sword
from-
Lock.
Yeah, that's it. That's actually exciting.
Yeah, and this one has like the classic Void perk combo of Repulsor Brace,
Yeah.
destabilizing rounds. It's good fun, and a lot of other strong ones.
It just doesn't get old, honestly, yeah.
Yep.
And then, of course, we're also joined by the Hammerhead. Hammerhead, honestly. It's as long as you're dipping your toe into the world of Black Armory. this is obviously one
disagree.
that has
My
to
favorite
come
legendary machine gun was Delirium.
Yeah, seriously.
You can't go past it.
Why didn't
Just
you
from
bring
the sound of it, the
Delirium
fire,
back?
everything about it
True.
is one that lives on.
I remember I used to use that a lot.
This is looking fantastic. All right, so we have a whole cast of characters. Now, Tom, you've got some loadouts set up. You've got some lost sectors that you're going to go ahead and start diving in on.
I need to go into a lost sector to tear them up. I'm not going to go into any of them on Neomuna that has, watch, he's about to jump in the air with, this is something that people like to do with Mountaintop.
Rocket jump.
That's right.
But anyway,
I was actually
I'm not
so
going to go to
lucky
one
to
on
get full
Neomuna
circle
where I
with
could
this.
show off the power of these
One of the
weapons.
things
I'm
that
going to go to
was
the one
really
on the
cool about
Earth where
seeing
every
the
little
process
thing
behind
that
the scenes
tickles that
was,
dude
you know,
down there
honestly,
kills him
one of the core
instantly.
tenets was to make sure that you're retaining
12,000.
that classic feel of these weapons. And
He's
that's
on
what you're
friggin'
doing.
EDZ.
You've kinda done some
12,000.
redesigns and
He's
tweaks
on the
on the
EDZ.
blue
Okay.
pool, or pardon me, on the perk pool,
See,
rather.
I used to test
How do you
damage
guys
on
kinda
this
go about
dude,
the
but then I
process of sort of
realized that you
rebuilding
could
these
sneeze
weapons
on
in
him
this
and he'll
modern
die
era of
instantly.
Destiny?
Yeah, I mean, we held off on bringing Mountaintop.
Yeah, because their level don't
into the sort
go
of
any
modern
higher.
because it was just way too strong in both PvP and in PvE.
Yeah.
In PvP, it was like a pretty unpleasant meta when Mountaintop was part of everyone's loadout, so we definitely didn't want it to be able to one-hit kill, even with a direct hit in PvP anymore.
Fair.
So we've reduced that a little bit. But we also saw how excited people were for the Danger Zone rocket launcher perk, launching you into the air. So we've made that part of the base behavior.
actually
of
listened for
the new,
once.
Micro missile frame grenade launcher.
So that was originally a
So
perk
if
to
you
bounce
super,
into the air, but
avoid
now they've
self
just
damage and
put
get
it
some
into the gun
massive
itself.
missiles.
Yeah. The T-Fortress 2 Soldier made
Interesting.
rocket launchers in real time right now, obviously. So obviously too is, you know, going ahead and adding just not only to
Nice.
the perk pool. But
Now, if
kind
you're
of the
wondering why I
intrinsic
freaked out
flow
about
of these
Blast
weapons,
Furnace, I
were there any
farmed for, I
others in
think,
particular
20
that you guys were
hours to
working
get
on
that
where you're
Blast
like, yeah,
Furnace that I
this
had,
is
and then it
how
got
this game needs to
sunset.
go. Like obviously, Magnificent Howl got
But
a
now,
chance
but
to
now,
really
but now you can
get
finally
that pool.
Now I
farm
could
it.
farm 20 more hours, only for it to become obsolete in
Blast
2
Furnace
months.
is a good example because the Black Armory version rolled with scopes.
I don't know. Come on.
which, like everyone would just pick the best
There you
scope.
go.
Like internally, we felt like the rest.
We are joined here by a very special guest.
Was, like by far the best, really clean.
Yeah.
With the
Jasmine,
changes to
what you doing,
damage fall
kitty?
off on weapons, so it doesn't matter that much anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So it comes pre-equipped with that scope geometry, but it can
Yeah,
roll
Master of
barrels
Arms.
instead, so you get all
If
the
that
benefits of
still
style.
does as
That's
good as
already
it
pretty juicy.
did
Yeah.
before,
We
then
have that
Recluse will probably
classic
become
scope
the
Actually, also too,
Meta
to chat one more time.
SMG.
As a quick heads up as well,
Meta
these weapons,
Void
while
SMG
they won't
again.
be craftable, they are going to be enhanceable. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So these weapons will retroactively be enhanceable when the final shape comes out.
Oh.
So the drops that you get,
Oh.
period, you'll be able to enhance them.
Yeah, I think it
So you
might
wanna
become
make
the
sure
new
we
meta,
hold on to
man.
those
I think I'm
guns. So
farming.
GG went ahead and
I
told
think it might become the new meta,
I
man.
think I'm farming.
All right,
I
so
think-
Tom, you have.
I think you
Why
might-
why are you taking 2 weeks away from me? Give it to me now so I can get to farming.
Yeah.
Nice and
But I
smooth,
got
like it
farm
always
for
was.
my what do we call it first, man.
Don't use
Kelsey, actually,
Blast
too, on your
Furnace
side, you
in
know,
the
obviously having this
PvE.
new tapestry of rewards to work with has been pretty exciting. As you kind of went ahead and sort of hatched your plans.
My guy, are you not gonna shatter it?
What role did these weapons
You
play
absolute
in the rewards?
buffoon! See,
Of
that's
course,
Hammerhead.
So we wanted the rewards of this release to be all about the weapons. I mean,
Yeah.
the Shining Stars, they're awesome.
They're mainly
I
testing the
think-
weapons.
So,
I think my
I saw
issue
people
with
were asking a little
Hammerhead
bit
is
about
that
what
we've
we're
got the
gonna be
one
getting
from
Yeah.
There's a lot of chests in there, and every single chest has a weapon
the
in it.
Warp,
And
the
all of those chests can
Rasputin
react to a tune. So if you
season
tune a weapon,
that shoots
anytime you see a
900
chest,
rounds
it's gonna
second.
happen. So
Excellent.
Or a minute.
every set, not every
So
wave.
why would I ever
Every
eat that's 4
set,
rounds?
there's a chest with a weapon in it. If you do it,
Alright, how's that? Are you going to use forbearance on that guy? We'll see how long it takes him to survive. Come on now, man.
I'm not worried about its damage to regular enemies. What I want it for is for freaking phalanxes.
Get all the way through there, keep the
True.
there's a lot of guns.
Thing
there.
also
Those
goes
folks who are gonna
far.
dive into the Legend 50-wave version of
And then
Onslaught
chain
are gonna be
reaction on
well
it,
rewarded
and
for
then
those
you can
efforts.
enhance it.
I'm asking partially for myself, obviously, as well, and my fire team at home who might be listening.
Weapons team is really excited about attunement because it
Yeah.
gives players some control over the drops that they get, but it retains the excitement of those drops. Like you will get your blast furnace dropping from the chest. You don't have to go and focus it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which we love that.
Actually, also too is, you know, you guys are also players of the game. Chris, were there any roles or weapons in particular where it was just your personal favorite that you had a lot of fun with in a playtest, or?
Probably of these weapons, my favorite is blast furnace.
Yeah.
With that classic scope and.
Bedbuck says he doesn't have a
role
boss
that
spec
I've got
on that.
on mine, the role that I'm going to try and get in retail.
Yeah.
Is Headseeker Kill Clip, which is just really nasty in PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to. I'll put another few hundred hours in Crucible.
I'll be right there with you, honestly. The moment I can put Dead Man's Tail down again, then that will be the one that'll pick up immediately after. Kelsey, also too, is, you know, I know we were talking a little bit earlier, you've been deep into the Onslaught playtests as well. So that means in addition to the Brave Arsenal, you've got everything else at your beck and call. What are some cool builds you've been working on, honestly, to go ahead and really emphasize these new weapons?
Yeah, I've been really enjoying Solar Warlock. I found is really fun in Onslaught because you can find a lane and just completely nuke it if you get your like unlimited grenades.
That makes
going,
me happy to
really
hear
destroy.
for
So
one
I've been
reason.
Really partial.
That
to,
means they're not
this Howl,
saying that it needs to be nerfed.
Fair.
Yeah, I tend to get a little feral, a little too excited. Sometimes having like heal clip on it or something can give me that extra staying power I need to keep that ADU up.
It's part of, you got to be in the fight as much as you possibly can, and I say that partially as a Void Hunter who crutches on invisibility and runs away right away, so I understand and respect the hustle that I don't end up having. Also too, we got a question from chat from Lil Camino, I think is how you pronounce the name. My mistake if you get it correct. But just to reiterate, will these weapons be attainable after the final shape arrives?
Yes, the base weapons will be.
I mean, we'll get the ornaments just by playing,
sweet ornaments.
but
Excellent. All right. So again, make sure
don't
you
know
go
that I
back
really
on it
care.
once Into the Light is here, and make sure you get that I was there card more or less, at least again.
I guess it would be cool to say to somebody
So also too is I heard you
years
guys mention
down the
briefly
line.
curated roles as well, just kind of like.
Who am I kidding? There ain't gonna be a years down the line.
Thank you. That's right. So is this ones that you guys have set up where it's like this is the go-to role? This is from our opinion, like one of our favorites.
Or for some reason, Marathon's actually good. Is actually good.
Yeah, we try to.
Just like it's like
look
this
something
game,
which
or
is
this
like an
game,
extreme
or no,
version,
Marathon's
not
bad. This
necessarily
game used to be
the single
actually
perfect
good
one. We want you to have a
when it
reason to
had
do anything
Destiny
exciting for the
2.
drops.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not spinning
Like
Jack
we
on
would say,
Marathon
they're,
until they get rid of the heroes.
God roll
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
If they're gonna go with heroes, I'm not
And
playing
also
it.
too is remember everyone we were getting 100 more
Unless
slots
it's
once
somehow the
final shape
greatest
comes out.
game ever made.
Now's the time.
True.
Sorry, Kelsey, were you going to say something more?
Yeah, we also just wanted to make sure people weren't completely at the mercy of RNG when it comes to getting these limited edition variants. So if you log in, you do those quests at our site, you can get one guaranteed copy of a limited edition of each weapon with that curated role.
Yeah. See, we're getting, again, I think, obviously, Tom is here in the heat of battle, so to speak, but the origin trait, we just got another question about, actually. So for the folks at home, it's Indomitability, or?
Yes.
Thank you, all right. And that one, can you, again, walk through that origin trait for us one more time?
Yeah, so on Final Blows, it grants you
Just sleeping.
grenade energy if you're running a light subclass.
Here we go, we got it on screen.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, which would be Arc Void or Solo, or melee energy if you're running a Darkness subclass, which would be Stasis or Strand.
Got it, okay. So I can go in, there's a stasis man,
There's
and just
no
throw all the
shuriken.
shurikens I
Oh,
possibly
yeah, there's
have.
stasis shurikens.
There's a more technical name for that, I'm sorry, I got it wrong out of the gate. All right, let's see here. And also too, actually, you know, we talked kind of at the beginning about what it was like
Is
to sort of
that?
pare down this list.
Why is it
of
orange?
Weapons down to 12. Can you tell us a little bit about that process? I can't imagine it was anywhere near as simple.
12 was a really small number.
Yeah, I
when
think
you're looking
that's
at
what they
that,
mean by
weapons. And if
upgradable.
you'd gone by lists on the internet or even internally,
Yeah.
it could easily have ended up being half.
Forbearance?
Probably
Chain reaction?
We
Probably.
just couldn't fit
If
them
this
in.
ain't
That's right.
out
I
by
mean, honestly, though,
tomorrow, I'm
between
blowing
midnight
it.
and
Hey,
midnight,
hey, he bought it. He bought it. He bought.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, they're really strong. And
They,
yeah, we definitely wanted to get that spread of
He
experience.
bought it. He didn't farm for it. He bought it.
Too as well.
Look at that.
honestly. And also too is even, you know, recalling all the way back to the Black Armory. You know, that's I think a set of weapons that
I'll
so
tell you, I got a
many of
haircut
us think
upon
back
the
to so
final.
fondly.
Ooh.
You know, again, I think one of the goals here was to go ahead and retain that original feel. You know, you guys went ahead and added in a bunch of new perks. Can you tell us what that process was like?
You know, it's been so long. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, and in cases where we have
Lost
multiple
Sector.
weapons in the same archetype shipping, so we've got 2 pulse rifles, 2 hand cannons. We assigned those to different designers and like made sure
hand
that
is
the roles that they occupy in the sandbox were
Compared
sufficiently
to-
different. We also would look at the most popular roles that the weapons had originally and make sure that those still appear.
Yeah, so technically with this weapon, the only thing is that you don't have an orb right beside you whenever
Like
you
when you
kill.
go and you look at a blast furnace in your vault or something, you're like,
Get that gun
man, I
right
wish I
here.
could roll X
same with
perk that came out
forbearance.
after that, right? Like,
Yeah.
So I don't
and
care.
make sure we put a few of those in there.
Because I can get
I'm not
forbearance!
sure if we've seen it on screen yet, but there's a new perk that'll be joining this pool as well, won't there?
Yeah, there is. There's in this build, it's called Last Stand. The shipping name is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a.
I'm gonna
pretty
see
sweet
what.
perk. We can bring up the
Let's check out what
description of that when
secrets
Tom's out of
people are
beta.
saying.
Which weapon is it on?
There was one. It was on Blast Furnace, I think. Yeah.
Let me give it a shot.
Oh, there we go. All right, well, we'll let him defend himself
Yes,
briefly.
yes.
But we do have a couple questions from chat as well. So there's one that asks, Flo's Knuckles, I believe. There we go. Can we grind Onslaught multiple times for multiple drops?
I will shank whoever just said they should have replaced Forbearance.
Yes, you'll be getting,
Oh!
getting weapons
In
every
my-
run. You'll also be getting currency from shacks that you can bring back, and you can throw in that chest that I showed you, so you can just keep opening that chest. So yeah, just keep going.
Dive on in, honestly. Yeah, go ahead and chase that roll, whatever you want.
Like I was getting
Also, too,
shot while
quick
showing
question
this
from chat.
stuff, so he's just like,
Mega
hang.
125358, pardon me, Mega, asks, can you take the limited edition ornament off and put it on another copy of the weapon, or is it just on that one weapon?
So you can remove it. You can't put it on something else. It's
Cool.
locked to the weapon that it dropped on.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, honestly, when it looks that good, you just gotta go ahead and stick with what you got, you know?
Yeah, if players have a favorite shader that they want to put on a weapon, they can remove it and put the shader on.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't shade the ornament.
You can go ahead and photo finish it up to your heart's content, obviously, that opportunity. Or super black, obviously, when the time arrives. All right, let's see. So, Tom, what are you running right now?
I've just been hopping around with all the weapons here now. I've got Blast Furnace and LC's rifle on. I know double primary isn't always meta, but
We're gonna make it meta for the sake of this
they're both
particular
pretty
last sector.
pretty solid weapons.
For purposes of illustration.
Now, here's that new perk that you both were talking about, Last Stand. On
Again, reminder, this
Blast
name will be
Furnace.
changing.
Weapons,
in the
final
live
blows,
version.
grand bonus damage,
Yeah, so
melee, and
weapon
grenade final
blows
blows.
grant bonus damage.
Yeah,
Melee
large
and
bonus.
grenade final blows grant a larger damage bonus that can stack. So once you get this perk released,
Bruh!
it's very strong.
Yeah.
That's just the Banner of War
Go
thing
ahead
from
and click a bunch
Titan.
of red bars and then take down that yellow bar with ease if
Yeah.
you go ahead and do everything correctly.
Yeah, it ties nicely into the origin trait as well, because the origin trait grants you energy for your abilities, and then you get bonus damage for getting abilities.
You are an
final blows.
absolute terrible stasis
Creates that
player.
loop, honestly. You just become the
Well, he's
self-fulfilling
just trying to
prophecy.
show the weapon, so he doesn't want to
Which is
start
already not bad, but
blasting
yourself, frankly.
the eyes.
Excuse!
Actually, also too, is, we touched obviously on Chris's personal favorite being Blast Furnace. Kelsey, was there anything when you saw this land back on the list of the Brave Arsenal where you're
Guess
like,
who's
finally,
back?
that one's back?
I was real excited about Luna's Howl.
I mean, that's just smart, honestly. That just makes sense. Tom, how about you? Is there anything in particular that you know, obviously having taken such a big hand in helping design and sort of define all this stuff, you know, what are your favorite weapons and roles that have come out of this?
I'm pretty basic, pretty easy. I
do want
really
Mountaintop.
am excited about
Oh.
Recluse.
I never got to use
and-
Mountaintop
and
because it had the
Mountaintop.
most
Yeah.
bullcrap
I just
quest I
love
have
that
ever
combo
seen
of
in this
being
game.
able to, like, enclose with the
Yeah.
RPG and get the
I remember I was farming for all of these
Choose a
weapons,
grenade launcher and fire off
especially
some,
like
little
Recluse.
mini rockets and be able to play around with getting a little more airborne is just like it's just fun.
I can already imagine some Strand Hunter doing that above me and then immediately diving on top of me in the
And,
crucible.
and I look forward to, like, you know, not accidentally blowing myself up, but it's a lot harder to do now. Like,
Well, dang it.
I remember
Well,
when
dang it.
I
Well,
was
dang
like,
is now people
I would
can't just have
like,
Mountaintop
shoot my feet
all
on
ready to
purpose,
go in
and,
Crucible.
like, it was
They
usually,
also
like,
said they
an
tweaked it
instant.
in Crucible so that it
you
won't
can
one
really,
shot.
One shot, but still.
You get a lot more up close and personal with it.
Yeah, let's see. Fit nicely into a lot of builds. Honestly, I can already see a Tommy's Matchbook build with that. Just floating up there in the sky as a warlock, just murdering everyone. But that is to say, now there's an opportunity for more than just warlocks to be the floating weapon platforms out there in the game. I know, Kelsey. I'm sorry. we can share.
Yes.
We can share the abilities.
Particularly with the redesign of Manticore, there's a fun strategy. I don't know how super effective it is, but
Yeah.
like Mountaintop to launch yourself way up into the air.
Yeah.
And switch over to Manticore.
Yeah.
And you can just hover around.
Just seems like a fever dream I had one time, honestly. Also, too, for the folks at home that may not have seen the Manticore kind of redesign, can you tell us a little bit, too, about how
Hey, at
the
least now we
intrinsic
can
work
also
on
get
that
a
works
really
out?
good sniper.
Yeah.
So it's the base functionality of the way you use the
I
weapon.
love
is
me
fairly
snipers,
similar
even
with,
though.
Titan
But that one
Valve.
has the best scope in the
It's
game
activation,
when it
so
comes
it'll no
to
longer activate if you're
PvE
running
sniper.
downstairs and that
Yeah.
kind of thing, which is pretty irritating. You can also just deactivate it by holding reload, and we'll do that.
I would love to
especially
snipe in the
with
Crucible, but now, since I
before you
can't
have to
just
wait for it to
instantly
expire
have,
or, like switch off the weapon.
whatever you call
And
it,
then the catalyst
have,
instead just
not
gives
heavy,
you, damage resistance now gives you a void overshield,
special, yeah.
which
Oh, nice.
of course also gives you damage resistance, but
Yeah.
can tie into void builds.
I wouldn't be able to play Crucible.
Yes, honestly, yeah. Between that, Devour, the whole
Guard,
thing.
okay.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of mobile weapons.
Survivability is wild. It also decreases
No.
the accuracy against you, similar to the always on time Sparrow. So
Yeah.
you've got a ton more like damage resistance. You've got an overshield, and enemies are missing you all the time. So it's combined with being able to launch yourself up into the air easily with Mountaintop.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
That's also too actually. We got a question from chat that is, what's the difference between the new perk and Golden Tricorn? They sound pretty similar.
They do have kind of similar functionality. The big one is that the Golden Tricorn bonus is large, but doesn't stack once you get it. So the uptime on the new perk, whose name I can't remember,
Yep.
it's not in this book, we changed it, is that the uptime is higher.
Excellent. Okay, makes sense. Also, too, it's we got another chat as well. Chat question for me, I should say. Will the weapon ornaments for Luna's Howl and the Recluse be equipable for the new versions of those weapons?
Yes, they will.
Oh, awesome.
Both for the base versions and for the variants, you can equip any ornaments that you've got. Players have already noticed that some of those are showing up later in the season
Yeah.
in the Bright Dust Storm.
For anyone out there that might go ahead and check through the databases, they might have noticed something potentially.
Yep.
Yeah, we can't say yes or no. But
Man, can you not hit a single shot, my guy?
Excellent. All right, so we're doing a pretty good job here, Tom. I gotta say, it seems like you're making some pretty good, quick work of these lost sectors.
When you watch how Bungie devs play, you
Maybe once or
understand why the
twice,
game is
potentially?
bad.
You never know.
Huh?
Work on EDZ. It's been a while though.
So Tom, actually also too is, as you've kind of been helping sort of build a lot of what Into the Light is going to be, what was the role that these weapons played? Like why is Shaxx choosing now to go ahead and re-equip us with this particular set of antiquities?
And part of the idea is that it's like this forbidden arsenal, right? The things that aren't that we've kind of set aside, at least in the Crucible
Forbidden
and other
arsenal.
spaces. And
Edge,
now this
transit,
kind of dire time
forbearance.
with our backs against the wall, we need to, kind of set aside
Yeah.
those conventions and really take every advantage we can in the fight against the Witness and kind of like having
You sound
players
a
in this
little
moment,
bit
Into the
like
Light, it's a great time to
should
hop
be
in
there
and
with your
play if
voice.
you haven't been playing, or if
Sound a bit
catch up,
shaky.
and we're going to give you the weapons you need
Yeah.
to be ready for the final shape. Like as long as you show up every week, you do the work, you're going to get like an incredible arsenal.
Yeah, particularly if you had been like looking at some of the meta.
So far, I mean, being able to farm this for 2 months
Yeah.
is not bad.
And also too, I just got word
Oh.
from back at
Shush.
home that also Noah is apparently back at home after last week's stream in chat, cheering everyone on. So if everyone out there wants to give him a quick yeah, great in chat, now's the time. He's listening.
Nah, not necessarily.
What?
Alrighty.
I really
Not
like
necessarily.
Autoloading Poster on Mountaintop.
Oh yeah.
I've
Feel
got
strong.
I've got a Fighting Lion Pardon Our Dust loadout that obviously hinges pretty heavily on autoloading holster because I never want to stop shooting any grenades. I'm one of those. I'm sorry, everyone. We're getting some love for Noah in the chat. All right, love to see it. So also too, actually, over the course of developing kind of this new reward structure, was there anything about it where you're like, all right, this is the moment. Like Onslaught is set up just right. Like, what was it like, kind of building this structure for players to go ahead and just reinvest in? I guess
The projection be real from
I think
CB
when we
Gray.
finally got the
What?
explosion going.
Yeah.
there's this whole
He's over here
conversation
saying that
of,
every one
I
of
like
you
the
would be
feeling,
shaking
open
and
the
unable to
chest and all
play
this
in front of
stuff, and all these people
hundreds of
working together
thousands of
doing tech
people,
stuff
and
to make
anyone
sure
who
it
says
all
otherwise is lying.
worked
Yeah,
right
the
and
projection
everything
is
was
real,
fun,
buddy.
and then, finally getting in there and just running through and seeing everything just
Yeah.
like I guess all of your work just like flying through the air and space was just really satisfying, and it really
We
felt
all know,
really
we
felt
all
like
know
it was
this
coming
man
up.
is
And
just
also really
up.
partial
We're gonna
when we started
see.
getting,
No, I
more
know.
icons
Well, first
and
off, CB Gray's
more
being
lands,
incredibly
space,
disingenuous
tangible.
because the reason he's
Shaxx
playing bad
finally
is because
had
he's
the
not
guns
actually
in his
trying to
hands
play.
in the-
Yeah.
He's trying to
Like,
show
the
off these
Hollow Knight Breath of the
weapons
Wild, it was like this, you know.
as
I
well
guess
as
this is the Shaxx is, like,
take
right
things
away,
slowly
this is
so
how
you
we
can
want to
actually
do
see
it.
them
Just
in
what was the
action.
evolution
Exactly,
of
because
that?
if
If
you
he came running through here like a Warframe player, just blasting everything out of the friggin' hallway and everything, everyone would be like, well, what did the weapons even do?
Yeah.
And we were just brainstorming together and laughing and coming up with all these fun
Yeah, because
ideas.
like even like doing like new Warframe and stuff, they have to like walk close, like walk slowly towards people, and then use the ability in order to show them. But then you got people in Warframe going
Actually, also, too,
just
we have
like
one more
instantly
question
using
we
their
gotta touch on.
abilities. You can't tell like wait what's
Is
going
the
on.
Master of Arms perk as powerful as before?
No, it's had to be.
Gotta
toned
go
down.
slow when you're showing stuff.
Yeah, it's still very strong.
Can't go fast.
That original version.
No. When you get the weapons, if you want to go fast, you could go fast as much as you want.
My guy just finished friggin'
All right, Tom. So what's your
Seasonal
strat right now?
course.
Is it basically just Old West gunslinger?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had a chance to play with all these guns either, so I'm just having fun over here. Like you can do your stream over there. I'm just gonna play with Midnight Coup here, which just it just feels so snappy and crispy. Like I just gotta point it in the right direction. It
This
does
one
a
has
lot of the work.
Explosive rounds and kinetic tremors. Is that what it has? Or
Yeah,
That's right.
like you can just. You don't even really need to be that accurate.
I could just
guess,
shoot
with this-
around
with this
enemies
role, I can
completely
just kinda
miss
shoot
it.
around enemies.
You don't listen. I get what you're saying. You're right. You can shoot around enemies, just not friggin' flying shanks. Choose a different enemy to show that with.
That's what are some rolls by the way?
He
Tom?
hit it once, and then he just kept on shooting. Like
Yeah, like after you hit it, you should have turned and hit the drag because then everyone would have been like, "Oh yeah, he's right. You can just kind of shoot around him."
Surprised by?
I mean,
No, I'm still waiting for them to give us a heavy machine gun with explosive payload.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was making it look pretty good, thankfully.
He's smart.
And Noah's all right at the game, as it turns out.
Yeah. What else? I think the role that we've got here.
Honestly, we should get an exotic to do that.
Cascade point left column.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop listening to CB Gray now because he's starting to annoy me with the Bungie can do no wrong talk.
Uh-oh.
And also, too, actually, another question.
And the
from chat,
projection
to
is
get the double
real.
perk rolls on the weapons. Do you have to do higher level onslaughts, or is there a chance for?
I understand loving a company, but my god, man, get a
There's
life.
always a chance. There's the
Yeah.
limited edition variants. Yeah.
Yeah, and also too, just
It's like I love the companies that like make like some of my favorite games, but if they do something bad, I'm gonna take notice.
Or
Those give you the creator ones, right? The
Yeah.
other-
It's just like Bungie, I love their games, but I take notice of the
Anytime
bad
you
stuff they're
get a
doing.
brave weapon, there's a
Now,
chance
if
that it will
now if this was
double perks.
him doing a competitive like speed run
That was actually a
and
really fun
playing
thing
like
once they
this,
kinda got that
I
implemented.
could
The
understand the
first time you
talk
just
of
capture it,
everyone
one,
would
like,
probably
it'd
be
a
shaking
playtest,
while
like,
playing in
oh,
front of
I
this
got
many
one, I got a
people.
limited edition one. It's just a
But
really
this
fun
is just basic
even just
crap
excitement of,
going
like,
on.
Yeah.
out there doing
That is
something
straight
fun,
projection to say that everyone else would be doing this because you know very well there are people in your chat that are way better than you and would probably come through this so fast you couldn't even see what they were doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
And probably, like we said, the other reason why he's probably shaking is because they're like, we need to make sure that this is good.
I don't think he's shaking. Look at him.
Well, yeah.
He is just playing to show off the weapons, like I said.
I'm just saying if they were pretty much.
The only
shaking.
reason I say this is CB Gray is doing the Bungie can do no wrong talk.
Yeah.
He's projecting onto everyone else
I'm gonna go-
to make them feel that way.
It's called, but it's in
These
top
poor
of the
lost
box
sectors
there,
on the
right? Is
EDZ,
that-
man.
That's where it's at? I'm trying to remember.
I do wish he would go to Neo Muna to show us some of the power of these weapons.
Yeah.
Not
Fallen aren't gonna be so
friggin'
long.
EDZ.
Can't die from full damage anymore.
Then again, he may be refraining from that because this is what's called a test server. They may have it set up so he has to be like somewhere around here,
Yeah.
which is fine.
the right way.
That's how game devs work.
And actually, also too, so a lot of questions in chat.
But
about
so
the,
far, I'm
cool
farming
perks that are gonna
weapons.
Be available. The weapons are going to be available. You
Except
and
for
Steve over
Elsie's
on the
rifle.
team have also gone ahead and authored a blog that will be
Because
getting
it
Bungie
looked
.net
like
tomorrow
mega
morning.
poofard
Yeah,
garbage.
yeah.
Like,
Oh.
did you see how many shots it took him to kill a red bar?
Yeah.
Perks that can appear on them, so, no mystery about
Yeah.
that.
See that time he shot right beside it. It
So,
done
yeah,
some. It
plenty
done
of
explosive
opportunities for all
damage.
the build crouchers out there to go ahead and go nuts and kind of imagine their most exciting opportunities, really.
Dang, every time this boy got the act.
So that does actually count correctly because somebody joined and left. So.
On the parade set again.
'Cause you're the
so
one,
inspiration
you
for
had two and then
behind
you
that
left.
set and kind of
Yeah.
bringing it forward now. This is
Why
kind
are
of
you
like
watching
a
on
first
thing?
full circle moment rather that I know Tom was mentioning.
To make
but,
sure nothing
why is Shaxx
happens.
choosing now to equip us with this armor set.
That doesn't show anything. Like I said the last time the Persona Strikers,
Here we go.
not Persona Strikers,
beautiful.
Persona
kind of
Tactica
waiting to see like
when the
how-
stream started
how
cutting
it
off and
ended up
on.
looking in the end, 'cause we weren't really sure
And then it
what
showed
we
up there. I
wanted
showed it
to
right
do.
here.
Here we
Just
go.
Won't you
so
stick your
excited.
finger up my nose?
See him in the chest.
Yeah, it was. I think honestly that first look at them in the key
Right,
art.
your
You know, obviously there was an
freaking
initial
nose.
glimpse,
Yeah.
and it's weird because even as good as they looked, they were almost like everyone was just immediately captivated by Onslaught, immediately captivated by like, is that Blast Furnace in that Warlock sequence? Who knows?
If you're trying to
Talking
bring
about
back
this side?
players' favorites, like there is so much nostalgia for that.
This
parade
side's
armor set.
swollen for some
Yeah.
reason.
Bringing that back
On the
back and
inside.
updating it a little bit. Like I still run the parade armor sets on my character from
Yeah.
time to time. So
Gotta have that classic look.
I
obviously.
do still like to
And
say
obviously
I
getting a chance to go
do.
to
I
Tristan
was
Squad
wanting
doesn't
to
hurt
find
either.
something that was just.
Listen,
really
I don't
black.
give two flying craps if you think it looks cool.
Break
A
it up.
shader that is all black should not be the main focus of this.
That is true. It
It
should
should.
not be the
It could
main
be. It could
focus.
be a rare drop. I don't care. Make it super rare. Yes, but in that cage should have been like a returning exotic, or something amazing like an armor set from
Yeah.
D1.
Or like I said, an actual.
Or if it's going to be a shader, I agree with the other guy. The Taken shader from D1.
True.
I
I was hoping it would be like with the black ooze. Looks like it would just be like the black ooze going around your gun, like maybe tentacles and stuff are popping out. Something
Then
like
they
that.
would be sued by the creators of
If
Spider-Man.
you show up every week and you do the weekly quest, you're going to get something that is really pretty powerful. And it's going to be like, for example,
You're
you see,
my Venom
the
gu-
Hammerhead here. It's got
You know what's
rampaging
funny is they
guns,
made that
it's
joke
just
earlier and you just were talking over it.
Oh, really?
It
Yes.
just never stops firing. Right?
He
Like,
straight
and
up
then he
said,
also
"What's the
increases the damage
symbiote
every
in
time you
the
kick it. And
Oh,
it's
cage
cool.
back
They
there?"
could look at each one of these weapons too, and they like, I think we might have glossed over it earlier, but the edge transit with Cascade Point, like you get a kill, and then you can dump the whole.
I don't know
mag,
about
like,
that,
2 or
unless
3
the
seconds, which is really powerful.
unless that grenade
And I
launcher
think
can.
people are gonna
I'm
find a
sure it
lot
can
of
roll
great
spike grenades at
synergies
least,
between these weapons. Like I was even
but it's never gonna do more damage than
uh,
something like the.
Recluse and Cascade,
rocket
edge
launcher I've been
transit felt
using.
great, like,
Yeah.
like use the SMG.
But Luna's Howl, that's
reloading, and
that's
then I
dub
get a
right
kill
there.
those, activates Cascade Point, and I can swap over and dump.
Elsie's rifle is a big L.
I can see
Yeah.
similar things with Hammerhead.
Actually, when they go
Barbarians,
into the
or,
weapon stream, we see like
with,
another box that
Fucking
says
rifle,
like to add a border or
and then,
something to
They're
it.
not
There's also just
crafted.
some
Yeah.
classic weapons here that I really miss. That I'm really
Why?
excited for Blast Furnace to be back, and I'm excited to see what it does to the meta with these being like relevant in the power game
I
again.
want,
and
I want
being
my, I
something
want my
that is
craft. I want my
accessible to
craftable.
players new and old.
Yeah.
My
So we
lunch
spent a lot of time in the Crucible.
craftables.
I'm terrified already. Proctor, thank you very much for all the hard work on that. See you and yours, obviously. All right, so I think we're probably getting to a point now. We've
I
got
thought they were gonna show something cool.
checked out the,
It sounded like he was
the
just gonna
awards,
be like,
checked out
and the
social stage,
secret
checked out the
thing.
Brave Arsenal.
Like, huh?
It's probably about time for us to go ahead and start wrapping things up here. Mr. Tom Farnsworth, when you get an opportunity, feel free to go ahead and
Oh my
rejoin us.
God.
Relinquish
What?
your hold from the throne world, obviously. This is so fast. Your jump ship was right in orbit, wasn't
No,
it?
you shouldn't right
I
now.
hear it's lovely this time of year out there.
I'm about to head out. We got some South Park to play.
Noah and
Yeah, true.
Kelsey have been keeping it warm for me in there.
That's true. All right, fair enough. Yeah, and again, we can use some sword logic later to expand it when the time comes. But for right
Oh,
now,
she's over there.
we've gone ahead and done our job. Well, for starters, thank you all so much for taking time to join us to talk us through, obviously,
Is
the
that
Hall of
Ingram
Champions,
pillow?
the Brave Arsenal, through everything with Into the Light. It's been a great show. So thank you guys for starters for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely. And also, too, as a quick reminder, again, to everyone, we'll be back next week, the same Bungie time, same Bungie place, to have another live stream about everything, or some more stuff.
There are
connected
craftable
to
weapons.
Into the Light.
And exotic
including
missions.
Some exotic mission, some exotic mission content, and the craftable weapons that'll be available to them. Chat, I saw you mentioning some stuff about that potentially. So
You know
come
what
back
would be
next week.
great, though?
Also, we'll be gonna go ahead
If
and
you
walk through the
just
PvP map
dropped
pack as
it
well.
and we got
So
to
if you wanna
figure it
see
out for
everything that's gonna be
ourselves.
coming in the maps next week,
Honestly, that's what I feel like they
or
should have
additional
done.
surprises that we'll have in store
Yeah,
for you.
these live
No,
streams
but-
have
and also, too,
caused a
the
major
final
issue,
thing
and
we're
it's
gonna
the
go ahead
issue
and
that
make sure you
we've
close
even
with
been
is, as a
saying.
quick reminder of
Why
course,
are you
with the
showing
arrival
us
of the
that
final
it's
ship, you'll
done
be able to
and
get
then making us
100
wait
more
3
slots in your
weeks?
vault. As you can go ahead and see here on
Oh, we got 100 more
You gotta
slots.
be kidding
we
me.
had some edge transit rolls. We knew that this was the time and place to go ahead and slot them on there. In there.
100 more
So
slots,
we now
Joseph?
have
We
those,
already have
thankfully,
600
in
slots.
safekeeping now for the arrival of the witness.
Look at all the edge
All right,
transit.
everyone. Well,
I
thank
know,
you all
that's
so
the
much for
running
taking the
joke.
time-
That's why I
taking the
don't
time to
like
join us
Edge
today.
Transit. It's because
We'll
during
see you
Season
back
of the
here next
Arrivals,
week at the
that's
same
all
Bungie
you would
time,
get.
same Bungie
Really?
place. But in the meantime, take care of
You
yourselves,
played Seasons
take
of
care of
the
each other,
Arrivals.
and we'll see you all Starside.
It was the one where at the end, the darkness surround us, and then the Traveler blew up the ships, and then we went to Beyond the Light.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I gotta get going because we have another stream to do.
Yeah.
But I'll let you do your outro before I take off.
But so first things first, how do you feel about the weapons so far?
I'd say 9 massive W's, 1 and then 2 major L's.
Pretty much.
The one I would say is the sniper, even though I want that sniper. It's kind of odd that we're getting that sniper from a DLC or a raid that's already out, when they could have brought back the sniper from like Leviathan, which is also a really good sniper, but it doesn't have that scope though. The 2 major L's is Elsie's rifle, because we already have no time to explain, and Edge Transit, because it's a grenade launcher, a heavy grenade launcher. Need I say more?
Yeah, and plus we got plus people farm the 1 heavy.
I would have put, I was going to put,
the hammerhead, or whatever it's called, right? Fall guillotine.
yeah, I was going to put Fallen Guillotine into Major L category, but now that I can get Sword Logic on it, it makes every other legendary sword obsolete.
Yeah.
So it's not a major L, that's a major W weapon, but it's a major L for the poor saps that just spent so long farming the Slammer from the Grandmaster Nightfall.
Well, y'all got 2 weeks to enjoy it. Well, 2 weeks and probably like a few more days, unless you for some reason.
Plus, you can enhance it when Final Shape comes out.
Exactly. So you're just going, yeah.
That thing is going to actually. It does make me happy though, because that thing could be as powerful as Dark Drinker.
Woo! But yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go home so we can beat up some kids.
Yeah, so hopefully stick around for the South Park Snow Day stream, because we'll be playing that soon. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time.
In about an hour.
Yeah. Bye, buddy.